that. Alright. Is everyone here? And ready?
I am here.
Yep. Yep.
See that? Okay. Of course I get all bloody notifications coming through now, don't I? Okay. So, from memory, last session, I believe it started with the fight against Vormak, who is the first follower of the Void that you've fought and beaten. Not without losses on your end, however. During the fight, unfortunately, Zilly lost her life. And at the end of last session, you cleaned up. You took anything of use off of Zilly on, I believe, and then Rivas, you put her in your backpack, correct?
Yes, that's right.
And I'm pretty sure that's pretty much where session ended. I don't think I missed anything. Most of that session was combat.
Yep. I also weaved some of Zilly's hair into mine for funeral purposes. But
Right. Okay. It's just after this devastating loss for you guys, as you're stood on the battlefield where you've lost a friend. What are you all doing aside from what you already have done?
Well, I suggest that we just continue on. We ain't got time, so we might as well mourn briefly now and then continue on later. Just carry on with our quest.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but can we carry on? I mean, I don't know about yourself or Rose, but I don't have anything left.
We'll have to find somewhere to rest.
Well, that's just it. That we are not in somewhere where we can rest. I don't like it, but maybe we should retreat and find a way to regroup. Because if we face something like that, we're all dead.
What I would like to mention is, now that the fighting has stopped and you're probably more clearly able to survey your surroundings, you do see that there is a path on the other side of this bridge that seems to lead off and kind of around some rocks into a bit of a cave entrance that seems to have some sort of wooden palisades built up in the front of it. You're not quite sure what it is from this point, but there's something there.
Where's the survivor from the bridge?
He ran off.
They run off. He ran
during
off.
the fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's this cave entrance, you say? Is it
So, for our sake, we'll say this is like the rock here, and then that part there is the cave entrance. It's a bit further than that, but for representative purposes.
Well, a cave is a better place to rest than out in the open.
There you go.
Maybe I'm one of the ones in better shape, so I can keep on watch while you guys rest. I'm a little bit poisoned, but I'll manage.
You didn't snap out of it, did you?
No.
Oh no, didn't. Did you? Did you get out of it? Or are you still poisoned? I don't remember.
What's the poison from?
I can't remember.
I think I do. Okay, yeah. That's just until long rest, I believe. Oops. Okay. I'm not sure what you guys are planning to do. I think one of you said about going to the cave, but none of you said anything else. So, for a brief moment, we will hop to Sivat and Thurn. So, both of you are in the Underdark for your own reasons, whatever that may be. Whether you're here to help out a small tribe or just honing your craft, whatever it might be. You're found a small village within a cave entrance that quite recently has been under sort of tyranny by a like a bit of a crime syndicate that seems to be nearby. They keep terrorizing him and demanding payment. And it's around this point that the courier that usually sent out to deliver the payment suddenly runs back into the village, and you can see he's beaten and bruised and quite bloodied up. So Thurn and Savat, that's you two that see this.
I move up to him to try and heal him a little.
Of course. Yeah, so I don't have a map for the village, but
No problem.
yeah. As he kind of gets in, he keeps glancing behind his shoulder, but after a little bit, he does come in and collapse. And at which point, do you use a spell to heal him, or are you doing medicine? What sort of are you doing?
If it looks like he's dying, I'm gonna do spare the dying. If it looks like he just needs a bit more to him, I'm gonna roll a medicine check.
All right, roll medicine then, please. He's not dying, but he's definitely been in better shape.
I'm not quite with it today. It's a bit of a shock. I was planning to take a rest day after working so hard.
Despite not being fully with it today, luckily it appears most of the injuries are superficial. They will heal fine. There's one deep gash, but you're easily able to dress that quite easily. Sivat, what are you doing?
Just having a look around, seeing what's happening in the town.
So, obviously I know I've just kind of thrown you in here kind of short notice, but the town is relatively small. You've got maybe 8 buildings. You've got the barracks, which is where pretty much everyone sleeps. There's 2 of those. There's the men's and the women's. They don't seem to have separate houses, as everyone tends to just rest here and then they head out to do their work day and just come back here to sleep and relax. Obviously, you've got the tavern as well, town hall, and then there's a few general shops around. There is only one main entrance, which a injured courier has just run through, and you've seen a turtle, so kind of turtle person, I believe, walk up and start helping them.
I go up to the turtle person, how you described it, and see if I can help with what's going on.
Yeah, Than, you see. Well, would you both like to describe your characters? Whichever of you would like to go first. Maybe you, Than, or Savert, if you have one on it on your head.
I don't mind going first if you'd like.
Make it easier.
Yeah, you see a smallish, quite a small turtle, seems to be a male, wearing a cloak around the back of his shell. His eyes are a kind of dark amber, and he doesn't have any hair, but his skin is mostly dark brownish green with yellow spotches randomized around it. And he carries with him a staff with what seems to be a small crystal, a small green crystal tied to the end.
Very nice. So, if it helps, you don't have to go super in depth. You can kind of say just general, maybe what your character's wearing and their base.
A person that seems to be crowish in a cloak.
There we go.
Trying to pass as some humanoid character or person.
Very nice. Yeah, so Thurn, you see this person walking up to you.
Fern's gonna turn around to look at the crow-like person and say, hello, are you able to help at all? This man's not so well at the minute.
I can attempt. What does he need?
Well, I've covered most of his wounds, but if you have any magic that'll heal him, I'm trying to keep myself fixed for in case anything happens. If not, he'll survive. He'll just take a bit of time to recover.
I don't think I do. I can put him to sleep.
I think he'll rest well on his own. For now, can you help me transfer him? I don't think he should be walking yet on his own. You can take him deeper into the building, where he'll be safe.
He pushed this courier pushes himself to his feet and looks at you two. No, I should be fine. If I should be able to make it to the barracks. You might. I believe they were fighting. You might want to go help them if you're able.
Who are they?
Well, they stopped them from attacking me, so well, they were fighting, and I ran away while they were fighting.
What
But,
did they look like?
I'm not sure. I didn't manage to get that good of a look. I kinda, as soon as I had an opportunity, I just ran.
If we don't know what they look like, we can't know that we'll see the right people. But if you will come with me, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. Crow, sir?
That's Sivart.
Aha, Sivard, sorry. If you'll come with me, I'm not sure how strong you are, but perhaps we'll be safer as a pair.
Always better in numbers.
Alright. Yeah, he starts kind of limping over towards the barracks, and I'm assuming you guys are gonna head out in the direction that he was kind of pointing to as well.
Yeah.
Okay, while you guys are walking there, we'll quickly jump back to the others. What are you guys doing? So,
I guess we're still debating about whether to go forwards or backwards.
oh, yeah.
I guess the choice is up to you, Rose.
Um,
You can do the decider vote. I think we should go backwards. Warren wants to go forwards.
I'm indecisive.
Well, we can't stay here. We have to do something. Maybe at least if we go to this... Well, actually, I mean, even going to the cave, if there's something in there, there's a very good chance one of us isn't making it out.
Tell you what, I'll go check out the cave and see if it's safe. And then if it's not, then we head back at least a little bit to somewhere safe-ish. Safer than here at least. But if the cave is good, then we'll rest there for a bit.
Alright? Sounds good.
I am going to sneak over towards the cave.
Okay. As you turn to start walking that way towards where the cave is, I'm gonna remove these lines. You notice two individuals. Stop drawing smiley faces. Two individuals walking, or maybe slightly jogging. I don't know how urgently you guys would be going towards it. towards, well, where you guys are. Same descriptions as before. So you've got the turtle and the crow person.
I'm going to place my hand on my rapier, ready to draw it in case I need. And I'm going to call out, say, "Don't come any closer."
All right. Yeah. So Tharn and Sivat. How how are you turning that token? Yeah. As you were walking towards where you were told to go, you see that there's a tiefling, standing on the bridge, basically shouting at you not to come any closer.
I will stop and put my staff in front of Silvat to try and stop him.
Wait, hold.
Fern's going to look to Silvat and say, what should we do? Do you think they're the ones that helped that man? Or
Always ask them. No harm in it.
would you like to ask, or should I?
Might as well let
While
you.
they're, while they're chatting, I'm going to be basically looking them up and down and see if pretty much get a vibe check.
All insight.
Ooh.
Yeah,
A
these
a
are
bit on
probably
edge.
these are probably traveling merchants or something. Not quite sure what they're doing here, but yeah.
Excuse me, Tiefling, ma'am, could I ask, were you the ones trying to help or kill the man that was on this bridge earlier? The ones that was, the one that was, being attacked?
You mean the guy that was getting jumped by this lot? And I'm gonna gesture towards the dead bodies around me.
I believe so. Could I try and roll some kind of insight to check if she is indeed the one that was helping the guy?
Yeah. Oh goodness.
+8.
This tiefling probably was the one attacking the courier. And these were the people that were trying to stop her, and she's just killed them.
I'm
He
gonna
got away alright then.
I'm gonna hold my staff, pointing it at her. How do I know you weren't the one attacking that man? You look awful, awful sketchy. Someone like you being down here.
I'm gonna draw my sword, and point at him. Well,
So, Rivas and Warren, you would have heard those talking, by the way. You'd probably see these people as well. If you want to join in at all.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think Revis would have wandered over to this bit of rock and just kind of sat down to rest because he's bloodied, so he's feeling pretty shitty. But yeah, starting to kind of hear raised voices and then kind of looking over to see what's going on with Rose. He's gonna get up and kind of dash. Whoops! Oh dear. Push to talk is wonderful, except when you're trying to use it in Roll20. I'm gonna dash across to kind of like get as close to Rose as I can, and obviously I'm going to be drawing my sword at the same time.
Alright. Yeah, so Siva and Thurn, you see this big...
Oh no, I can't do measuring anymore. I can't do the right click thing. I actually can't do the right click, so I don't know how far I can move. So, but let's just assume I can get on top of that guy or something.
Pointing my sword at them, so I'm going to say, how do I know you're not with this Watcher group?
Fern is going to mutter towards Sivart. I don't think we can trust him, but I can't face that many people. Do you see how big that guy is?
It is proper wham.
Fern is then going to say to them, I thought you were with the Watchers, aren't you? You
No,
look
we
like
can't
one.
stop them.
You sure?
Why else would we be killing them?
Whilst they're distracted, can I poke about in the pockets of these dead dudes?
Yeah, sure. Roll me an investigation or something.
That doesn't look remotely suspicious. Just gonna start ferreting through dead people's pockets. Semi out of character, in character question. My very vague memory recollection is that the Watchers do have symbols on them, and it's, as I kind of remember it, is that right? That they do have symbols, and it's sort of common knowledge what the symbols look like.
Somewhat, unless you're new, I suppose.
Okay. Then whilst actually, in fairness, Revis isn't even looking at Warren, so Revis doesn't know what Warren is doing. But Revis is going to kind of scoop up the guy that he's kind of standing on, and kind of point to the symbol that the guy has, if he's got one on him. Or actually, no. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I'm going to look to see if I can find a symbol of the Watchers on this person.
He does indeed have a symbol of the Watchers on his shoulder.
Cool. Cool. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, yeah, I'm going to pick up the body and kind of gesture towards the symbol.
Fern is gonna mutter to Sivert again. He can pick up an entire man just with ease, and it doesn't look like they're wearing a symbol of the Watchers. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you think?
He could be hiding his symbol.
True. And Fern, with no tact, is gonna call out, how do I know you're not hiding your symbol?
I can't remember what Revis is wearing, if anything.
I think you've literally just got the cargo.
It's just yeah. Sorry. Okay, so apologies because we have a new person, so it's probably best actually to describe our characters. So
good point.
Yeah. So Revis is because I've forgotten. Revis is about 6'4", so he is very tall. He's not massive muscular wise, but it's very sinewy. He's kind of like tall and a little bit lanky, but there is muscle there, but it's more kind of what you might expect maybe from someone who's like a rock climber rather than a bodybuilder, if that makes sense. And he's basically not wearing anything on his top half, and he's just got some cargo trousers on.
I think you've got that dread helmet on as well, I think.
I might have. I think I took that off actually. Yeah, I do have a dread helmet, but I'm not wearing it. I can't hide my luscious locks.
I know, it's a shame.
Or the beard. Anyway, yeah, Rivers is going to kind of look a little bit nonplussed about, like, where would I hide a symbol? And he's just going to kind of throw this guy into the lava.
Fern is gonna get scared at you just chucking a guy into lava and stumble back a few steps and say, "Did you just see what he just threw that guy into? He could have been revived. I mean, I know he's probably what, but and he's a bit flabbergasted to say."
There, no love lost in terms of what we think of the Watchers. And I'm not, I mean, with all due respect, unless you want me to drop my kegs, I'm not exactly going to be. I mean, where do you think I'm hiding the symbol? Shut up, Rose.
It's a tramp stamp.
Rose is gonna kind of sigh and sort of like rub her eyes a bit. Puts her rapier away. Turns to Reba and says, "I don't think these guys are the Watchers. They're too scared."
I don't know, we've met some pretty pansy people in the Watchers.
Yeah, but these are.
They don't look
more
like
pansy.
Watchers, and I don't see any symbols. Well, can I see any symbols on them?
It's up to them if they have symbols.
Tharn is wearing nothing but a cloak round his shell at the back.
Sivart's in a cape with a load of feathers.
Cool. Davis is going to look at Rose, and seeing as you have put your weapon away, Revis is going to sheathe his sword as well. Alright.
By the way, I carry Rose. She's about 5'5", tall. She's got sort of light smoky grey skin, and red eyes, but one of them has got a scar going through it from her forehead down to like the middle of her cheek. That eye's kind of damaged. It's sort of black and red instead of normal and red like the other one. Her horns are kind of, I think they're gold tipped. She's wearing a shaped cloak, a red silk scarf, and sort of like leather armor. And I'm going to start sort of walking towards you a bit, saying, "Look, you guys clearly aren't with the Watchers. I think if you were, you would have jumped us by now, frankly. We're quite wounded. I'm assuming you didn't just come out of thin air. Is there somewhere safe nearby we can rest?"
Yeah, there seems to be a village not far back. Gestures in certain direction of that way.
I'm gonna just
See the-
ignore the room and just walk like up to them. Hold out a couple sugar cubes and offer them some sugar cubes. Sugar cubes?
The turtle Fern is gonna get a little startled and tuck his head into this shell a little bit at your fast approach, then slowly lift his head out the shell and say, No, thank you.
Essentially, what you're seeing is a 6 foot tall, half elf stride right up to you. And as I get closer, you'll notice that I have one of my arms is completely mechanical and metal, and one of my eyes seems to be rather galactic looking with some kind of strange symbol in the center. And obviously, in my outstretched metal hand, there's just a couple of sugar cubes.
Do you have seed?
That's a bit of a rude thing to ask on. Most people just say hello.
Got any grapes?
That's actually a good question, Warren. Are you Jaffa?
No, I'm not from afar. What?
No, Jaffa, you know, like the oranges, you know, but seedless.
I'm not completely seedless.
Yeah, cool. I don't think they want your sugar cubes.
I couldn't even notice if Warren was a Chinese by now.
I'm not Chinese. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Mandarin.
I like oranges too.
Come on, Glock, it's time to go.
Alright. Yeah, you'd see this tiny little goblin looking thing. Desperately trying to keep pace with everyone else. Running as fast as he can to keep up.
This very strangely, very handsome goblin.
Of course.
Fern's gonna lower his head a bit or move his head towards Silver a bit and whisper, "Do they seem a little odd to you, or is that just me?"
I don't spend much time around people, so they could be normal for all I know.
Hey, I prefer the term eccentric, not odd.
Understandable.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry,
I prefer the term dangerous.
Alright. Were you all headed back to the village?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
So you mentioned the village. Can you lead us there? We are in dire need of a sleep and an eat and a heal.
As long as you promise not to hurt anyone there, I'm sure we can guide you. Right,
As long as
Silver?
there's no watchers.
No, of course not. We're defending from watchers.
I ain't got nothing to worry about then, have you?
Yeah.
I promise that I will not start anything.
But I promise I will finish it.
Noted.
Alright. Yeah, I don't have a map for that.
That's
I'm
all right. We can
Rose,
do theatre
by
of
the
the
way.
mind.
Yeah, you'll have to do theatre of the mind, yeah, I'm afraid.
You said that you guys are no friends of the Watchers, is that right?
Aye, that's true.
Cool.
Okay. As you guys get up to the entrance of this cave entrance, where there appears to be some wooden palisades that sort of form a very crude gate that is very easily pushed open to be able to enter into the town. You notice, well, village, not town, but you know what I mean. There's a few people walking around. You notice this appears to be the only way in. The cave does seem to go back, but that does seem to be more of a mine entrance rather than a way out. And you see the occasional dwarf, and you see mostly dwarves. However, there is also the occasional gnome with them, and these are deep gnomes and what are the other ones? Because they're not deep dwarves. The Wagar. Kind of just walking around. There is the occasional normal dwarf and gnome as well, but it's mostly the Underdark ones. Just kind of shambling around, doing odd jobs around the place. In the middle of the town, there's a small, not quite a fountain. It's more of a statue. It's just kind of like it looks like it might have been a fountain, but it's got a basin, and then in the middle, it's kind of just a pickaxe that goes up, and then there's the occasional drop of water from the ends of the pick. There's the tavern, which seems to have a few people going in and out of it, but it seems like it's mostly work hours at the minute, so it doesn't seem as busy as it might be later. And then, of course, there's a few shops around as well.
So, what do you guys require first? You said you needed rest. Want us to take you to a place you can rest?
Yeah, rest would definitely be good. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, right, sorry, I'm Fern, and, yeah, this is my acquaintance. He can introduce himself, I'm sure.
I'm Siva. That's me.
Cool. I'm Revis. And Revis offers his hand to give each of you a handshake. It's a little bit bloody.
Fern is very hesitant. He's a little wary of Revis after watching him just throw a guy into lava like it was nothing, but does mannerly shake your hand.
Mannerly.
I graciously accept the handshake. After said handshake, I lick my hand, tasting the blood.
Cool.
Rose gives you a puzzled look.
Damn, I thought we got rid of the cannibal. We just gained another one.
What cannibal are you talking about?
Too soon, Warren, too soon.
Life goes on.
I will smother you in your sleep.
Good luck with that.
You sound awful violent with one another to be friends. Are you, a party of adventurers together?
You could say that. Sort of we've ended up. I guess the term would be forced friendship.
It's an awful small group, just 3 of you. Are you sure you're safe out here? Well, not that I can speak. I'm alone. Sivart appears to be the same, are you, Sivart?
Indeed, but I'm used to it.
There was one more of us. You see Rose is obviously very distraught at this. Um, but but we just lost her, so.
Oh, I will not ask into it. I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to make you feel any better?
Unless you can raise people from the dead.
I've looked into it. It's not something I'm powerful enough for yet, I'm afraid. I wish I could help you. I'm sorry.
Kind of rest a gentle hand on Rebus's backpack where Zilly is.
By backpack, you mean the giant chest?
Yeah, that.
No, I have a backpack.
Oh, do you? I thought you still had that giant chest.
I probably have that somewhere as well. But I do have I do have a well, I did have an empty backpack. Obviously, it's not empty anymore. Now it's full of Zilly.
That's such a weird thing to say. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It used to contain pie, and now it contains person. Actually, I might have thrown the chest away because I didn't need it with my trousers. So yeah, but no, I do have a backpack. So, anywho, well, actually, you haven't by any chance, this village. Is there like any like nice areas that are like pretty, or like any meadows nearby, or stream perhaps, any large willow trees?
Here? Are there any that I know about, DM?
The tavern
Really
is
not.
probably the nicest place. It's quite well looked after, especially being a village of mostly dwarves. They definitely make sure it's good.
This isn't the prettiest or wildest place, but here it's the best you'll find, and Thurn points towards the trees and plants.
No, that's no, that won't do. But that's okay, thank you. No, I don't think there is anything you could do. With this place being dwarvish, is everything quite small? Like built for dwarves rather than for normal sized people?
Mostly, but it's also built a little bit bigger than dwarf size,
Okay.
because obviously they have the occasional visitors come through, so they just make sure
Okay, cool.
it's a proper size. Probably you would still have to duck. If I had to put a number to it, I'd probably say about. They're all made for about 6 foot, just because it's like an easy one to
Okay, cool.
measure to.
Sure. Cool. Well, thanks for showing us the way back to this village. Do we know what the do you know what the name of this place is?
The village or the tavern?
Both. Either. I don't know. How about the village? Let's do the village. Where are we? That's the good question.
Thurn, I don't know how long you probably would have been here for, but you almost certainly would have learnt the name of the village. You know that Is that? I'm trying to figure out what that is. I think it's fireworks. You would have learned that the name of the village is literally just the Cavern Cove.
Cool. Well, let's see if we can get some rooms, I guess.
Sounds like a smart idea. I don't wish to be rude, but you don't look perhaps the best you usually do.
You could say that again.
Ah, it's good of you to notice. Not that many people can be that insightful.
Thank you. I just feel bad. You look as if you're about to. Well, your young friend. Well, your goblin friend there looks as if he's about to fall over, and the rest of you have definitely got wounds. So, do you want me to lead the way, or should Sylvart lead the way inside?
Either way, don't matter to me.
Mind, who would you rather go first?
Do either of you speak Dwarvish?
Ooh.
I definitely don't speak Dwarvish, I'm afraid. I'm quite new around here. Sylvart?
Wait, some of my languages.
Do Underdark dwarves speak Dwarvish, or do they have like a different language? Just out of curiosity.
That's
Or
probably
does everyone need
Dwarvish.
to be common?
Pretty much everyone knows Common though. So.
Yeah, but I mean like, because if we know Dwarvish, we'll know like customs, in theory.
You likely wouldn't know Underdark dwarf customs.
Okay, I just was curious.
I know Dwarvish, but I probably don't know this dialect. But is there a chance?
Yeah, I mean, you've been here for a couple of days. They very much use the same words. It's sort of more of a different accent of Dwarvish rather than a different language.
So there is a chance that I understand.
Yeah, you would understand them. You might have a little bit of difficulty with like trying to hear what they're saying through an accent, but otherwise you do know what they're saying.
Well, I think with everybody standing here looking moderately indecisive, Revis is just going to kind of like walk straight through the door. Just kind of open up both of them with his hands and just kind of stroll straight in.
Thurn's gonna hold one of the doors open for the others.
Those are doors, aren't they? I'm not just...
Yeah, those are
just
doors.
walk through a wall. Yeah, I thought they were, yeah.
At least I think they're supposed to be doors.
I think they look like doors. I'm going to assume that's a door. Otherwise I've just walked through a wall. Could be embarrassing, but it's fine.
I cast this as a door now, even if it wasn't before.
I cast pass wall with my shoulder.
I hope the door open behind me. Distort us through.
Thurn's going to bow and say, oh, thank you for your good manners. And hurry through the door and then look back towards the goblin.
Come on, Bubble Lock, keep up.
I think I've allowed you guys to move them, haven't I?
Yeah.
Can't now.
Nope. I
I could earlier,
There we go.
and I still can.
Yeah. Disadvantage of new map.
There you go. Alright. Yeah, so heading in, there's definitely more people here than you'd expect during work hours, but it's not, for those of you that know dwarves, it's not as rowdy or packed as you would expect for a dwarven tavern. But there's definitely some merriment going on. As there's like a little sign that's been posted up that says, "Find a seat. We'll come take your order when we see you."
Cool. Then Revis is going to grab a seat and just kind of slump down.
Same.
And I'm going to dismiss my echo.
Specifically again, can't remember.
What, sorry?
How would I go half tile?
Hold
in
Alt.
my tape? Oh. There we go. I knew it was one of those buttons.
Alright.
That's new characters.
So, a little bit after you've been sat down, you sat down for maybe about 5, maybe 10 minutes before a dwarf. This is just a normal dwarf. Walks up to the table, and he looks at you up and down as he stands there. This is a dwarf. And he says to you guys, how can I help you?
Boy.
Well, what can I get you?
Mead, please.
Alright, dwarven ale. What about for the big chap next to you?
Yeah, ale as well.
Alright, dwarven ale. And the metal man. Looking at you.
I'll take 2.
Alright. You'll take a poo.
Hey, I said 2. 2 dwarven ales.
Yeah, I know. 2 dwarven ales. What about the child? Oh, sorry. Goblin.
He'll have a half.
Alright. A half. Are the 2 down there with you?
Sure.
What are they getting?
Could I get a water and do you serve meals? Anything vegetarian?
We got rocks and stones.
Any algae?
Nah. We got meat.
Leaves?
You want leaves? You can go pick them from a bush outside.
Okay, just water them for me, thanks.
Alright, so another dwarven ale. Oh, what about you?
The menu.
Menu. We got ale and meat and rocks and stones.
Do you have any small rodents?
Might be a rat somewhere I could catch.
No bother. I might as well catch it myself. I'll take an ale.
Alright, that's another dwarven ale. So that is 7.5 dwarven ales.
Seven. 6.5.
Yeah, that's what I said. 6.5 dwarven ales.
Excuse me, are you sure there's no water I can have at all? I prefer not to drink, spirits, if that's okay.
It's not spirits, don't worry. We're not haunted here.
I mean, alcoholic beverages. I'm trying to avoid them.
Alright, so you'll just go without. So that's 5.5 then.
What kind of meat is it?
Well, we got chicken and pork.
Yes, that'll be fine, thanks.
As in, you want pork or chicken?
Yes.
Alright. Pork it is.
No. Pork and chicken.
Pork and chicken. Alright. So I got a pork, I got a chicken, and I got 5.5 dwarven ales. And a bowl of milk, or water, whatever the hell it was.
Water, please.
Water, right. Is that everything?
I think so.
Alright. That's, well, for that, how should that before it'd be. Alright, that's 6.5 gold, please. 6 gold, 5 silver.
Fern's gonna put 1 gold on the table for his portion.
I'm just gonna flick, ping it with my thumb, like a platinum coin to him. Keep the change.
He catches it midair. Thank you very much. And he just stuffs it in his pocket. Food will be out in about, I don't know. It'll be here when it gets here.
Thanks.
Speedy service. I like it.
Well, I mean, when you overpay them drastically, they're gonna go a bit above and beyond.
I don't know their tipping customs. I know normal dwarves like it when you can't tip.
Fern's going to excuse himself from the table and do as was suggested by the dwarf, go outside and take from some of the plants, as he was given permission.
I'm gonna sort of lean into the table towards the others and be like, that one's a bit weird, don't you think?
I'll just shuffle one chair up, joining the conversation.
You already think they're weird, Rose, because you don't trust vegans.
I mean, how could you trust anyone that doesn't drink mead, doesn't drink ale?
It is pretty suspicious. Do you think she could be one of them watchers? Maybe they don't drink ale either.
Nah, I've definitely seen at least a couple of watchers drink ale.
Have we though?
The way they fight, there's no way they don't.
He seemed a bit too timid to be a watcher, to be honest.
Oh, it's yeah. It'll be fine, I guess.
Well, what?
After enough time to have satisfied his hunger, Thurn's gonna walk back in and join him, sitting this time next to Warren.
All right. After a little bit, the dwarf comes back. There's a couple of other dwarves following him. One of them's a gnome, so there's one dwarf following him, and then the other one's a gnome. All right, here's your drinks, and they quite literally just put buckets on the table, and each bucket is filled all the way up with dwarven ale. And then there's one that has ever so slightly less in it.
So half is just a normal size cup, then.
It's
They've just cut a bucket in half.
it's 3/4 of the bucket. It's the same size bucket. And then they put a little. They then put a little glass on the table as well that's got water in it. It's like half a pint, so 1/4 of a pint glass. Alright.
I'm just gonna happily take the water.
Cheers. By the way, do you have any rooms to let? Like, place to sleep?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you could just sleep on the floor if you wanted to. Although, mind you, it does get quite loud. Maybe not here. I don't know. You can't leave. Probably better not to leave the gates at night. I mean, it's your funeral if you want to, but whatever.
Are you threatening me?
Nah, I'm warning ya.
Alright, well, if it's just sleep wherever, that's fine. Works for me. Cheers.
Food will be out shortly. And then they all walk back inside.
At the sight of this bucket of ale, Rose gets sort of really giddy and just kind of hugs it a bit before starting to drink.
You close the door fully, James.
Okay. If there's nothing else... Oh, keep going. Go on.
I was just going to say, Revis is going to drink his bucket, and then he's going to pull out his tankard of plenty, and use one of the charges to get 3 pints of rich dwarven ale out of that, which he's then going to pour back into his bucket, and then drink that as well.
I'm just chugging down this bucket.
Alright. After about 5 minutes, I don't know if you would have finished your drinks by then, but there was 2 dwarves that come back, and they seem to be kind of struggling. Well, one of them does. Your server walks up and he places a whole chicken on a platter down on the table and just kind of slides it towards you on. And then, like a couple seconds, and then a whole pig, is like a roasted pig, is also placed on the table and pushed towards you. Alright, there you go. Enjoy. And then they walk off.
I think their portion sizes seem to be a bit bigger than usual.
Could just be from the tip, maybe. But I've got to be honest, I don't really have an appetite right now.
either. Feeling kind of sick, and I don't think it was the ale. Is this like a large sofa?
Yeah. It seems to be more like a couple crates, and then it's had cushions sort of pillowed on it to make it a bit softer to be on. And then it's had like a cloth draped over it as well.
Yeah, I guess he said we could rest anyway. Do you want to lay down over there, Rufus? Think you could deal with somewhere a bit more comfier.
No, I'm good with the seat actually. And I'm going to use my tankard of plenty to pour myself another 3 pints.
Alright.
Into my bucket. But you can lay down if you wish. Keep an eye out.
I kind of want to drink some more. And I'm going to look around for the dwarf to be able to order some more drinks.
Then I'm going to use my last charge and then do another 3 pints and pour the 3 pints into your bucket. My poor tankard of plenty is getting the usage today.
You seem to be drinking rather a lot. Are you sure that's all right for your livers? I know it can be quite hard on the body.
Sort of mid-gulp, resident. Hard on my what?
On your liver, it can be difficult to filter through that much alcohol.
I don't know who or what that was. That was ridiculously loud. Apologies, but could someone please turn that down? Whatever they just did, or not just not do that.
What was it?
I don't know. I don't know who it was. I just heard kind of like static or something, but it was like kind of blew me ears off almost. I don't know who it was. Don't know what happened. Just someone did something there that was very loud.
Did someone just get nuked?
It wasn't just me then. Someone else heard that.
I heard that. It was like the wind after like an atomic bomb. Just
Yeah, don't know what it was. I don't know. Maybe somebody accidentally brushed against the microphone or something. But yeah, just...
that might have been me. I was moving my mic.
No worries. Yeah, no, that's okay. Cool. No, I am not concerned about my liver. Revis is gonna pick up his bucket and make a toast to the day yet to come.
Fern is going to look at the glass he was given and realise it doesn't fit round his mouth because, wrong shape. And he's just going to hold his head back and pour the glass into his open mouth and swirl it around his mouth before he drinks it.
Alright. Yeah, you, Thern, this is kind of just like mediocre water. It doesn't really taste very fresh at all. It's sort of lukewarm, but it's better than nothing.
Does it?
What one?
Does it taste like it came out of a lead pipe?
Yeah.
yummy.
Fern's not wise to these sorts of things, and he's never had filtered water before, always river water, so this is fine to him.
So, tell us, why is it that you don't partake of the alcoholic beverage, as you called it.
Oh, in my village, only very few get to partake in it. You see, it's quite difficult to brew, so we don't have it very often. It's more of a celebratory thing, and I don't think today is quite a celebratory occasion. As you mentioned, one of your companions is no longer with you, so I think it'd be rude for me to follow one of my traditional celebrational gestures.
That makes sense.
Well,
In my culture, we can drink for almost any reason.
especially for grief. So, I'm getting drunk tonight.
I'm trying.
Where's that, dwarf god?
You see that there's through the windows to your side. You could notice that there's a few, quite a few people starting to trickle in now, and they are definitely packed inside. You can see people. All of the servers are kind of running around trying to serve everyone they can, and you can definitely start hear the mood start to pick up within the tavern. Let me check something. Okay. After maybe about 3 minutes, you notice that your server is kind of like glancing, puts something on the table and goes to start going off, and then glances through the window, sees you going in, looking in, and he's gonna come out and see what you need. Hello, what you need?
Just keep them calm until we've like passed out.
Alright, so it's happy hour. We can give you the happy hour special if you like.
Yeah, sure. What's that?
It's Dwarven Ale.
Perfect.
Do you know,
Exactly
I
what
wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
Yeah. Alright, how many of those? Who's having happy hour
Okay.
special?
I would like a happy hour.
I'll have one too.
Oh, there's two.
How much are
Take
they?
one.
It's happy hour, they're 1 silver.
I'll get 2 specials.
Oh. Treating yourself to 2 of them. Alright. That's 4 so far.
You know what? Give me 10. And I'm gonna put a gold piece down.
Oh, bloody hell. Daring today. Alright. I've got
Honestly, at
30.
this rate, you should just bring the kegs.
Well, you know what? Put 1 more gold down, and I'll bring out what should be more than enough. Which is 20.
Revis puts a gold down.
Alright. He scoops the
Yeah.
gold up, puts it in his pocket, and then he quickly jogs off. And after a little bit, he comes back with... Oi! Happy hour special, I've got 20 of them. And then he places tankards down and pushes them forward, and then he pulls 2 more out, pushes them forward, and he keeps going until there's 20 tankards on the table. Alright, there you go. Enjoy. Don't know how you're going to get through it all, but bloody hell. You're definitely daring.
You
You do notice that this time they aren't the buckets. These are like actual tankards, probably maybe a pint or two, if you had to guess the how much.
Let's start drinking.
All right. As you start drinking from one of the tankards, you notice no matter how much you drink, it's not going down. It just keeps coming. It's almost like the tankard is bottomless.
Huh. I like these tankards.
I mean, you can always stick one in your bag.
You know what? I will.
Might get a little wet, but you know.
It might only work during happy hours.
I would just put like my cap of water breathing on top of one of the tankards. That'll keep it in.
And you're putting that in your bag of holding? Do you have a bag of holding?
I do have a bag of holding, but I'm just gonna put it at the end of the table until I'm ready.
Oh, right.
This one's for later.
Yeah, could you all roll me con saves, please? Except from you, then, because you're not partaking.
Oh no, I'm gonna be babysitting them.
Why do I always roll well?
Wow.
Got some good rolls there, guys.
9, 10. Oh wow.
I mean, you did roll well, you rolled better than I did.
Oh my god, no one's getting above a 10, not even. Well, I'm not surprised by Gobble Clog. Oh, so that for the win.
Okay, so none of you succeed.
Oh.
As you guys are drinking, you're just getting drunker and drunker as the day. Well, I guess you could probably assume it's probably nighttime, seeing as more and more people are starting to flow in, and it's getting louder and louder inside. You're outside, which is a bit more peaceful. There's the occasional person that stumbles outside and then chills for a bit and then goes back inside. But as you keep going, you get to a point where you don't really know what's going on. That's how drunk you've gotten. Alright.
Thurn's gonna try and be stopping them from doing anything too crazy. Over him.
I'm gonna raise up one of my tankards and sort of cheer and go, "This one's for Billy," and then I'm gonna neck it back.
They're bottomless as well, so it's just
Yeah.
When it looks like anyone is about to accidentally drown themselves, I will tilt their head forward and say, "Come on, you gotta wait for it to refill so you can do another cheer. You know." And try and pat him on the back to stop him choking.
Alright. Okay, yeah. So you spend your night getting hammered.
I'm also going to drunkenly throw my tankard into the air, go woo! So violently that I fall backwards from my chair onto the floor.
How high up did you toss it?
I just you sort of raise a tankard in the air.
Alright.
So sort of throw myself back, go woo, and just with enough force to tip my chair over, and I fall onto the floor backwards.
Yeah.
Revis is just getting down to some very serious drinking.
Alright.
Fiona's gonna try and make sure that Rose didn't injure herself when she fell backwards, check the back of her head in the lake. Just, overall concerned.
It seems like they're so drunk that they're at the point where they're just not getting hurt by things like falling over. At least not much. Nothing very serious.
I also do the very typical drunk Rose thing of trying to drink while laying down. Just pouring this tankard on my face.
Yep. Start waterboarding yourself.
Fern's going to be very concerned just trying to help them and having no way of actually helping them. So just, in the end he will give in, seeing that they're not dying, crawl under the table, tuck into his shell, and go to sleep. Because it's getting late, and they are too lively.
Alright.
Yeah, when it gets to the part of the night where we're all passing out, just gonna end up curling up on the floor, hugging this tankard, but also weeping, and then just passing out.
Yeah. Unless there's anything you guys want to do, you probably all just kind of pass out, and you can all register a long rest.
Yay! Apologies to the new people, which I appreciate this is meaningless for you. But for us, it's a yay.
Except from you, Revis.
I will have a very long rest.
You get to register 2 long rests.
Double yay! Actually, that would be nice because then I get to roll twice on the crystal sword. I wouldn't say no to that. Let me see. What do we get? Oh, big old 1. That's sad.
Oof.
Oh well. 1 charge. But thank you. I will enjoy registering a long rest and getting things back. Yay! I love how sleeping causes me to stop being bloody.
It's the door of a nail.
It's magic. Woo!
Magic ale, no wonder it was so expensive. Nah, it's cheap-ish.
That's really cheap.
Alright. What is that? Okay. Yeah, you all wake up in your various states of whatever, maybe slightly hungover. You do notice that the tankards that you did have that were full of ale, they all seem to be just completely empty, completely bone dry now. As well, yeah. You do notice inside there's still quite a few people in there, but people are slowly starting to trickle out as you guys kind of come to as well.
Roll over onto my back and groan.
There's like a couple gnomes that come outside and just pick up the tankards and start cleaning stuff away. Like sweeping the floor. One of them just literally just sweeps your face slightly, Rose. as they've just kind of come out and they've just started cleaning everything.
I like swipe and go.
They look at you and then just kind of move to the side and sleep somewhere else.
I sort of get up and sit back in the chair. Is that pig still on the table?
I don't know. I don't know if I ate it all or not.
Probably there'd be like scraps left. Like, you know how at the end of like a big pie there's just bits of food left? It'd be kind of like that.
Yeah. You see, like, Globble has stood there just kind of picking at the little bits of scrap that are left and munching it.
So I start
well.
picking at the scraps and munching them too.
Fern crawls out from under the table and watches them picking at scraps and says, are you alright?
Never better. Who are you?
We met last night.
No, I think I'd remember that.
You did have a fair bit to drink if you, and Fern kind of gestures at the mess being cleaned up around you guys.
Aren't you the one that was munching on bushes?
Yes, that was me.
I sort of chuckle, munching on bushes.
Anyway, last night I didn't think it was right to ask, but do you mind if I ask what are you doing around these parts?
Dad, have you looked in the sky?
I have seen stars, yes.
I will remind
recently.
you, you are in the Underdark, so it's just a cave roof above you, technically.
I know that. I don't know if they were all here all the time. I'm sure they were outside at some point.
As in yesterday or the day before. That's up to you guys if you think you would have been or not. But
I don't think Fern would have been.
Well,
No, I seen the stars, but that's all.
well, aside that, the realms, our very existence is unraveling. We're here to fix that. And I don't know, stop the watches, I guess.
Hmm?
yeah, that's a point.
We're basically trying to stop the realm from blowing up.
Wait, that's a possibility? What's been going on?
Well, probably the watches. Like, there seems to be some kind of organization that is unraveling the very fabric of the realms and breaking it. So we're just trying to stop them from doing that, or fix it. Apparently, there's something down here called an adamantine forge that can help us with that.
Is there any way I could be of help to you? I mean, I've been helping around this village, but for now they seem alright without my aid, but I'm looking for any way to help people possible, and this sounds like a rather big world. If you feel you need people to help you.
Do you know much healing?
Yes, I'm actually a healer. That is who I am, yes.
Do you know how to uncurse things?
Uncurse? Let me think. I probably might know a spell like that somewhere. If not, I'm sure I could learn it in the future. But I know many spells of healing, even one as great as Revivify.
Now, the final question: how squeamish are you?
I have seen many gruesome sights, and while at first I wasn't very well versed, I have adjusted.
Well, good enough for me. What about you guys? What do you guys think?
No? What about you, Birdman? Can you fight?
Not hand to hand, but I may be able to be useful.
I think if we're going to be going up against more people like that guy yesterday, we're going to need all the help we can get.
I am inclined to agree, but important question for both of you. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is grey.
Mine tends to be a darker blue.
Revis turns to look sort of doubtful towards Warren and Rose, and then sort of shrugs. Well, it's good enough for me. Welcome aboard.
Just out of curiosity, do either of you know the average airspeed velocity of a swallow?
An unladen swallow.
Yes.
Would that be an African or a European swallow? Where's Africa? What's Africa?
Who's Africa?
That's true. You're not a swallow, are you, Mr. Seaford?
No, I'm a pro.
Ah, I just died apparently and disappeared.
Pro's been sent to the shadow realm.
Oh, there I am.
He could be with fabric, space, and time.
Sorry, it happens a lot. Oh, and now you've disappeared. Oh. Well, I don't know about you. I'm ready to go and kick some more ass.
I am here if you need help, and I hope I am permitted to join you.
Absolutely. As I said, I think the more the merrier, and we could probably do with all the help we can get. So.
Help the best I can.
Cool. Yeah, Revis is. I guess Revis is just going to get up in the heart, heading towards the door. It feels like we've reached a certain finality. I don't know if other people are doing things.
I think people are just AFK, so.
Oh, okay. That's. Sometimes. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll take you back to that map.
Then holds the door open for everyone again.
Alright. Oh, right. I will also be right back.
Oh,
Okay.
No problem. I'll say, today is the first time my cats have been so tired during a D&D session. I have never managed to tuck them out this much, since they've been indoors anyway.
Oh, bless.
If they weren't having their bellies moving, I wouldn't know they're alive, because here I am petting their faces, their ears, even their paws, and I'm getting no reaction.
Oh, well, it's nice that they tuck it out.
Yeah. So, sorry, it's just so cute. I get to pet their paws.
I'm guessing that's rare with cats.
Yeah. Even when they trust you, unless they are really tired, you don't get to pet their paws. They'll just, if they like you, they'll just friendly move their paws out of reach with a dignified look. Or at least from my experience.
I haven't got much experience with cats, so I wouldn't have a clue.
What about you, Rufus? Do you get to pet your cat's paws?
Yeah, I'd say they probably don't really care. Kind of depends what you're doing with them. But no, if I've like scooped them up, then I can usually kind of like. I mean, it's not. It depends what you mean by stroking their paws. Are you stroking like the pads or the tops?
To be honest, both. I'm kind of taking their
Oh.
paws and squidging them slightly between my two fingers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, my cat's generally okay with that, but then I do have to trim their claws because, of course, they're indoors all the time, so they get quite long, and I don't want them to get to the point where they're obviously growing back into the pad because that would be very unpleasant for them.
I've got about 8 scratching posts in my room, so I don't have to trim their claws. Just in any area that they want to sharpen their claws, I put a scratching post, because if I don't, you know, cats. So yeah, I got a bunch of scratching posts, so I don't chop them. Plus, I don't pick my cats up very often. I don't like overhandling them. It's just when they're asleep, I get to squeeze their paws.
Fair enough.
So cute. I did just wake one of them up. I was petting his face too much.
Did you get the little like the eye slit and then kind of like the side look of like you just woke me up?
Yes, 100%. You know what it reminds me of, actually? There's something it reminds me of. See if I can get it.
I have not seen that, so I will not know this reference.
How haven't you seen that?
Because I'm a lot older than you guys.
If you've read any of the books, if
No.
you've read any of the books, don't bother with the film.
I
Otherwise,
didn't even know that there were books.
They do put the, original toothless design in the movie. They just don't make it toothless.
You didn't know books existed, Revis?
Revis knows books exist. He read one once. It was green.
I'm surprised Revis knows how to read.
mean,
I don't know the other
Raven-
characters, but I would assume Revis is probably either in the middle or above average on his intelligence score.
Quite possibly.
I think Warren probably has the highest because his.
He should do.
Yeah.
as an intelligence-based character, he really should do. I mean, Revis is intelligent enough that he could become a wizard.
You're a wizard, Revis.
I am totally a wizard.
You should cast iron.
What was I expecting? Fireball?
Fireball.
Da, 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 da.
I cast fireball.
I cast fish.
I mean, Revis does actually know 2 spells now. For all those nice.
Is that speak to animals and the other one?
No, I can cast Misty Step and I can cast Bless.
Nice.
So nah.
Oh, how cute.
I might look like a barbarian, but I know magic now.
I may look like a barbarian, but I'm actually a pretty princess.
I cast Expectorate and I spit at people.
I cast urinate.
I don't know why there is something very amusing about wizards kind of like going to the bathroom and just being like, yes, with my wand I'm casting urinate.
I cast defecate.
I cast Mage Hand because I can't be bothered to wipe my own.
I cast unseen servant.
I mean, that's what they're there for, let's be honest.
But surely they could just, like, vanish the pits into a different dimension.
Just use prestidigitate.
You can use Prestidigitation, yeah. Prestidigitation to soil or unsoil things, so... Yeah.
I cast unseen servant by pulling this red cord.
You know, like the disabled toilets with the red cord in. That.
Yeah.
I cast Calling for Help.
I cast I've fallen over and can't get up.
Yeah, Revis can cast a lot of spells.
I cast burn alive.
I think your prominent spell that you know is iron.
No, my most prominent spell is Stop Hitting Yourself. I'm very good at casting that.
I cast death.
I cast pipe bomb.
I don't know Pipe Bomb.
That's the only
I
useful
cast give me all your money.
Light bomb's more of a my kind of spell.
I cast
I am-
hand over your doubloons.
I am quite good at casting Bleed.
Oh.
I'm pretty good at making people bleed. That's about it.
What, in a good way or a bad way?
Is there a good way?
Like,
Surgery?
Type shit, yeah, surgery.
Well, I mean, I did once offer to cut off Warren's leg because he was talking about potentially wanting to lose a foot.
Forgot about that.
I don't know. I'm sure Revis would be a brilliant surgeon.
I can help you put people to sleep.
I only have a -1 to my medical checks, so I think I would be very good at surgery.
A -1.
Yeah.
Did I actually?
Yeah. If I technically the lowest I can possibly roll is a 0. So there you go. That's not too bad, is it?
It's like if you tell my character to do Sivar to do a push up. The worst he can do is a 0 on the roll.
Exactly. See? No problem.
He does a
You-
push up
each
so
have our
bad
strengths and
he
weaknesses.
sinks into the floor. Wait, I need to check that. What's everyone's passives?
12.
18.
Oh yeah, that's more like it.
17. Reception.
Passive perception, yeah. No,
Yeah,
passive
17.
insight.
What is passive perception?
Uh,
Over there.
yeah.
13.
Woman?
Thought this would end up being-
Sorry, what did you leave me to roll?
What's your passive perception?
13.
Okay. So, Rose and Thurn, as you're leaving the village, we'll pretend and say you guys were walking back towards the bridge. Because I just realised you didn't actually tell me what way you were going. But as you are going that way, both of you notice there appears to be some sort of... There appears to be part of the rock down by the lava, like actually into the face of the cliff. That seems to be different to the rest. It's hard to tell exactly what makes it different, but it appears to be sort of cut out, but it is very well disguised. That's right here, you should be able to see it. Yeah.
I'll point towards it and go, does that bit look a bit different to everyone else? Or is it just me?
Does look odd, yes.
There you go, very well disguised. It's green, means it blends in.
How far down is it?
You can easily get down there. This part where if you were to jump down like here, that would be 20 feet. But then you can climb down like rocks that are like down here to get down safely.
Perhaps we should go give it a look.
Rebus waits for you guys to go and look because he can't see what you're looking at.
Those of you, if they did they point it out?
Yeah, I pointed at it when they asked.
Those of you that have trying to see what they were pointing at, you can make a perception check with advantage to try and see it if you want.
Nah, I'm just gonna follow them.
Alright.
From the bridge, I'm just gonna glide down to it with my cloak.
So I will say, it's above lava, and it's technically brightly lit. I don't know if your cloak allows
but I
for
can
gliding. I thought it had to be dim light for the flying.
Well, that's just for stealth checks.
Hang on, let's have a look.
Oh, in dim light or darkness, you can grip the edges. Okay, never mind. I just assumed that I could always do it. Then the darkness was only for the stealth checks.
I like the idea of seeing you kind of like approach the edge of the bridge, kind of hold them, feel like you're gonna go and be like, nah, maybe not, maybe not.
Like, I'm not feeling it. I'll walk.
Nice. From this point to this point, is there like a height gap or?
Yeah, so it goes from like goodness, my Roll20's lagging. Here you're like 20 feet up off of the ground, but then it very quickly goes down to about here, where you're 5 feet. But then there's rocks that you can very easily climb down to get onto this coast here, and then it immediately jumps back up to being like 15, and then 20, and then.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I will come down.
Very nice. The echo explodes and dies. Alright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check it out.
Yeah, so you notice that there is a. Now that you're a bit closer, you can see it a bit better. This is definitely different. This seems to be some sort of door would be the best way to put it. However, there isn't any handle or any obvious way of opening it, but it is definitely set apart from the rock. Vivas, now that you're a bit closer, you can probably you could probably spot it now, especially with them looking at it. You probably would be able to see it as well. That goes for, I guess for all of you, yeah. I think everyone would see it now anyway.
And when you said it's a door,
so it's like I couldn't think of the word for it. It's not a door. It's like a sliding wall. It would like slide down to reveal a passage behind it, but I couldn't think of the word for it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you could see that there's ridges at the side, and if you were to examine it, it would probably be like they're very well hidden, but they are there and seem to be separating this specific chunk of the wall from the rest of the face.
Okie dokie. I'm just gonna try and push it open, or slide it open, or yeah, push or slide, or yeah, try moving it in various directions to see if it gives.
Okay, roll me an athletics, please. See what happens. 23. Okay. As you are pushing at it, so pushing it forward doesn't do anything, and then you kind of somehow manage to get a grip on it and start pulling it down, maybe. And as you do, you notice it actually does start moving. It takes a lot of effort, and you can only open it by about 3 inches. So there's just enough space to be able to see in. If you're able to get to the top, which is pretty easy because this is only like 6 foot tall. Off the top of my head.
Cool. I bend down slightly if it's 6 foot to peer inside and see if I can see anything.
Yeah, inside you see a relatively normal room. At the other side there's another door, and there seems to be like a valve next to it. There's like grates on the floor, and then there's also a bunch of rocks all over the floor as well. Some quite a bit bigger than others.
Well, it seems to be kind of slightly giving way. Does anyone want to give us a hand in pulling this thing open?
Can I have a look around to see if there's like a mechanism, like a button or something, to activate this door instead of brute forcing it down.
Yep. Roll investigation, please.
Well, I don't know why it rolled it twice. For 6. What's that?
Alright. No. There does not appear to be any ulterior way. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Of opening the door. No ulterior mechanism. Not that you can find anyway.
Yep. I'm gonna start helping Reavers brute force it then.
Okay. You can either give Rebus advantage for his athletics check, or you can roll your own.
I'll give Reavers advantage.
Alright, Rebus. Could you roll athletics with advantage then, please?
Alright. I don't know, I got a 15 last time. I'm not sure it's going to get better than that. Nope, it's not.
Oof. Yeah, as Rose puts some of her weight on it, I guess you might release a little bit of yours so it goes up by like 1 inch before it's caught. What were you saying, Ron?
Sorry, was there a path down?
Yeah, like here.
Yeah, I was busy for a moment. Can I investigate for a button?
Yeah, roll investigation. Okay, yeah. You would notice as Rose and Reavers are trying to just brute force this door, there appears to be in the kind of ashy sort of sand. This is like black sand you're stood on, and it appears to be a rock. It is kind of tucked away, sort of to the side, which is this here, and it seems to also be outlined, sort of like this door is, and it seems like maybe you can push it or something.
I'll come and up to it and push it like it's a button, and if nothing happens, then I will investigate it further.
Yeah. If you push it down, the door suddenly just and fully opens. I guess Reavers and Rose may be suddenly surprised by the door just opening as Warren steps on this button. As this rock just sinks into the ground a bit.
Oh, that's an interesting door.
Oh, that'll do it.
Are doors often like this? I've never seen a door like it before.
A lot of doors that we've recently come across seem to act in this way.
Ah, I'll keep a note for that for the future. This is intriguing.
I mean, it's just a door, you know. Pretty standard.
Yeah, I've not seen something like this before, but I must say I'm impressed.
Guess I head in then.
Is it lit beyond the door? Is it like?
Yeah, it's lit up. There's as you Vivus, you have dark vision, right?
I do.
Okay.
I don't think anyone does. I don't think. Oh, actually, maybe Thurn. Does Thurn have dark vision? I'm not sure about Tortles. I can't remember. I think everything
I
else
do
does.
have 300 foot of dark vision.
Oh, because yeah, cleric ability. Cool. Okay. I was thinking racial
I
traits.
did triple check.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
I
can
think we
see
all have dark
very
vision.
well in the darkness.
Okay, yeah. It was mostly just to see if I've messed up with telling you about the room.
No.
So
good. I have 60 foot.
yeah, you would have been able to see the other end. Yeah, as the door opened, there were kind of lanterns on the edges of the walls that lit up as the door opened, so the room is brightly lit as well. And I'm going. Shall I assume all of you go in?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna fix them up.
Yep.
I'm going in.
I'm keeping an eye for any traps as well. Heading in.
We'll follow.
Oh, ignore that. You shouldn't be there.
Are we at the bottom or the top?
Oh, I meant to grab your characters. 1 second. Is your Echo still around, Beavis?
Yeah, I mean, I can always just pop him back in if it's easier rather than copying him. So,
That's
but
fine.
yes, I think I would keep my echo up.
There you go. Yeah, as you enter into this room, the rocks that you saw before were a bit of an understatement that they're slightly bigger. They are boulders. And some of them are a good, like, 7 feet tall. And you had to go down some steps to get down to this level that you're on now. But that big door ahead is still ahead of you.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry.
Hello, back. I'm Dad. I'm DM.
Again? No. This is quite an interesting place.
Peter structure.
Bloody thing. Alright. I will say you can move freely through the room. If I'm assuming you would have been checking for traps as you go, and you wouldn't have found any.
Okay.
You would notice as you kind of reach the middle of the room that these grates, they're very sturdy, but beneath them you can kind of see there's some lava slowly flowing underneath.
Reavers would like
they-
to take. Oh, go on, you go. You go.
I was gonna say, are they safe to walk on or?
Yeah, they seem it.
Reavers would like to take a closer inspection on these boulders to see if there's anything noteworthy about them. Like maybe what their composition might be, if they're like rock or if they're metal or made of wood or I don't know.
Could you please roll me an investigation check?
Paper mache.
Could be, yeah. You never know. Maybe that lava's not really lava. It might just be like water with some red dye in it. I get a 15.
Alright. You notice this is indeed rock. These boulders are kind of must have been here for a while because there must have been a flood at some point because there is a very distinct line on some of these boulders that come up to a certain point. That seems to be like it on most of them. It seems that line is just above your shoulders, but that must have happened ages ago because it seems to be kind of faded. So there must have been a flood a while ago that hit this room. But maybe then, you know.
So, it's okay if I can't deduce this from my roll, but does that give me the impression that maybe these rocks don't actually belong in this room? It's not like they're deliberate, but maybe they just kind of got washed in here.
There's the possibility that some of them could have been washed in here, and then there's others that would be way too big to have gotten in here by just getting washed in.
Okay, cool. I wonder what these rocks were doing here. I mean, like, seeing the kind of this like line, looks like maybe there's been some water or some sort of liquid might have moved them in, but I can't believe all of these are just randomly in here by chance, as it were.
What do you mean? Wouldn't they have built the place around the rocks? I mean, I can't imagine them being able to move such big rocks, can you?
I mean, like, there's tiles or like a floor under the rocks, so clearly the room must have been here before the rock. So
Burn's gonna lean down on the ground and go, wait, this is not natural flooring? I just thought it was something, a different kind of cave rock. I haven't been in many caves.
Warren, as you approach that, you notice that it's kind of more of a big pillar that goes up, and there's a metal ladder that goes up, and it's elevated about 10 feet up off the ground.
I appreciate obviously that the map has a checkerboard floor, but does the floor look natural or?
The floor is not natural. It's tiled floor.
Okay.
It's old tiles, but it is still tiles.
Okay. So yeah, so like these rocks must have come into this building or this room after the room. I just wonder why they would be here. What purpose they might serve.
Maybe they fell?
Revis looks up.
The roof of the room you're in is very flat, and there's parts of it that are kind of blackened, but otherwise it's just an unremarkable flattened stone roof.
I mean, there's not really any signs of decay or erosion, so to speak, on the ceiling. It looks like it might have been worked a wee bit or two.
True, true. I'm unsure then. Sorry.
Just something to bear in mind, I guess, maybe. What you found there, Warren?
A ladder. Is this a door, like a big vault door in front, sort of thing, in front of me as well?
Yep.
And some kind of door?
Or impressive doors. I must say, I'm starting to think doors are a lot simpler where I'm from.
Well, you see, Fern, you're only going to do convoluted, complicated, and impressive doors like this if you're either trying to protect something, hide something, or, contain something.
Or if you get like a really big hard-on for technology.
Oh, yeah. That too. And I sort of shuffle nervously and sort of adjust my pants a little.
It's fine, Warren, don't worry. We're used to it now.
What's the deal with this door then, Warren?
Well, it appears to be metal and big. And like I said, it's probably containing, protecting, hiding. It's probably safe to say that we're pretty close to where we need to be. Looking around, is there any like obvious sort of opening mechanisms or anything?
The only thing that kind of sticks out as being different or somehow attached to this door is the big pillar with the ladder beside you.
Well, anyone fancy a climb?
I'll give it a
Hey.
go.
I mean, I got my climbing pick, so.
It's a ladder.
Oh, the ladder is it?
Yeah, it's just a ladder. You're all just so adverse to climbing the ladder for some reason.
No, Sivat said he was going to climb the ladder.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
happily.
I was a bit distracted, if I'm being honest.
That's like here-ish, you know. No. Somewhere in this region.
I did see Silver a second ago. Oh, there he is. Yeah, so you climb up the ladder, and now you're about 10 feet up off of the ground. And now that you're up there, you see that at the top is a central column that goes up to a valve, which seems like it can be turned. And yeah, Warren, you probably would be able to see that. You can see that whatever this pillar does, Warren, from where you're standing, you can see that it goes into the wall, so it presumably attaches to the door somehow.
Okay.
I shout. Let me learn English for a second. I shout down. There's something I can turn up here. Should I give it a go?
Sure.
Yeah, what happened?
I turn the valve.
Alright. As you turn the valve, all of you hear a loud trunk sound as the door behind you closes. The one over here, that closes. Could you all please roll initiative?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm
no.
scared. Oh no, I forgot I hate being early in initiative. What
Forgot to
did I
select
take
myself.
this?
That's fine. I threw you on there if you want to put yourself on. Rose rolled twice.
Oh, I don't know. I'm only clicking it once and it's rolling it twice for some reason.
I've got everyone, I think. Alright. So, Thurn, you would be first. As that door behind you has just basically slammed shut. It's risen back up and closed.
Fern is gonna look round to the others and say, was that supposed to happen?
I'm gonna
That's
say
it.
no.
Right. Is that everything you want to do, Thurn?
Yeah, I am gonna have my mace and shield. Well, I haven't had my shield out of hand, but I am gonna switch so my mace is in hand.
Alright. Rose?
Does this door have any signs that it might be opening, or if there's any other mechanisms in the room that seem to have kicked in.
So far, the only thing that seems to have reacted to one turn on the valve is the door that you came in through has closed.
Okay. Does that valve turn anymore? I call up. Or are there any other things up there?
The valve definitely would turn more, just so you know.
I can't see any other things up here except valve.
What's this other like valve thing?
That's the side that's just like a decoration.
And I'm just gonna move over sort of 30 feet this way to the door and just
Be straight,
inspect it.
Roll investigation if you want.
It's rolling twice for some reason. I don't. What?
Okay, well with the 21 either way, that's still pretty good. You got
Yeah.
19. Shit, where was I? The door. This door is like incredibly reinforced, and you're pretty sure there would be no way to force this one open. There is no way you'll get through without whatever mechanism controls this door opening it.
Okay.
From there, you would notice that this column that sorry, I should probably put my glasses on. That would help. Siva is on has like stuff out the back that seems to run into the wall here, and it presumably attached to the door.
Just gonna call up and tell them to just keep turning that valve. It seems to be doing something. That's it.
One.
Does this pillar look like it could be? Actually, no. I'm gonna climb up the ladder and join Siva.
All right. Yeah, so climbing up the ladder, you are now stood up top. The roof is still about 10 feet above you. And, yeah, you're above all the boulders, but... Sorry. You can see the valve he was talking about, and, yeah, even just from looking at it, you can tell that there is definitely more that this could be turned as well.
Let's turn it again.
You're going to use your action to turn it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. As you do, it kind of it's stiff at first, and then it suddenly and clicks into a next position as the floor suddenly you notice those of you Siva, I don't know, and Warren, you would definitely see it first is the grate in the middle of the room. Very, very quickly, lava is coming up out of it. As let me do this.
Ew.
Oh, my eyes. As the floor around all of you is suddenly lava starts flooding out from cracks and crevices you didn't even see, and quickly is filling up the first foot of the room. Those of you on the floor have lava charms, I believe.
Yeah.
Does then?
Oh.
Do I?
No, I don't think you were given it.
Do I need another character already? I thought Fern would last a few more days.
Can
Okay.
I use my bonus action to toss the one we got from Zilly? So Sumai.
Well, before
Don't
you do
need
that
to-
though,
So you don't need a long rest to attune to it.
yeah, it's self-immolation.
Yeah, self-immolation.
Oh
Um,
no.
Thurn, make me a dexterity saving throw, please. There is this tiny bit of rock in front of you, that you might be able to hop to if you're fast enough.
A turtle.
Mm-hmm. Dex save. Yeah, that's enough. As you notice this lava starts pouring up and around your feet, you're able to quickly hop over onto this little bit of rock here. It's only just above the lava though. Okay. One. You guys are fine. You have lava charms. You don't need to. Alright, yeah. One. It's still your turn. You've used your action, pretty much all your movement. Anything you want to do with your bonus action?
No, not right now.
Alright then. Sivat. It is now your turn. What would you like to do? You notice all of this lava is flooding up out of every crevice in the floor. Third seemed to have only just. Oh, sorry. Third seems to have only just been able to hop to a rock that's now only just sticking out of the lava, just in time to avoid getting burnt. But you do see Rose and Reavers have kind of just stood there. They seem to not be getting harmed at the minute. What would you like to do?
I just look left and right, seeing two people just standing in lava, confused.
Yeah. Is that everything you want to do?
Yeah.
Alright then.
I'm baffled.
Fair enough. Reavers, it's now your turn.
Cool. So, how does the lava charm actually work? Do we have to activate it?
So, it works for one round, so you could be in lava for the full round until it goes back to the top of turn order. And then you need to be out of the lava for... by full turn, I mean until it gets to your turn again, basically. So, because this happened not on your turn, I would say it goes up until your turn, then round to your turn again. That's how long you can stay in the lava for. And then you have to be out of the lava for... I think I did like 1d8 rounds before you can...
1d3 plus 1.
1d3 plus 1 rounds before it recharges and you can go in the lava again.
Okay. Fine. I'm going to move over to here.
Alright.
And I'm gonna so this thing is 10 foot high?
It is indeed.
Okay. Well, seeing as it looks like that's relative safety, I'm gonna pick up Fern and just kind of sort of throw him up to those guys.
Okay. Make me an athletics check, please. Fern. What would this be? Make me an acrobatics check.
With my weight, slow him down.
How heavy are you?
My weight is 450. And my equipment is
How much can you carry this?
My carrying capacity is 315. However, I can lift 630.
Okay. So with your weight included, with your gear included, Third.
With my gear, that would bring it down from 630 to
What's a Thurn?
540-ish.
Thurn's gear.
Oh, sorry, Thurn's gear. Okay.
Yeah.
my total weight is just over 60, so about 60,
What?
including. Totals are not light.
I think you cut out, so 115. Okay, so 565. And you said you can do 600?
630 as a lift.
630. So yeah, you'd be able to lift them up, it would probably be fairly difficult to toss them. So,
I mean, if it's 10 foot up and I'm 6'4", I can realistically probably get pretty close to reaching 10, so it's not like I'm throwing her more than maybe a foot or 2 foot. I'm sorry.
Well,
but
he...
yeah, whatever. I'm gonna try and push him on top of that.
Yeah. He would definitely be tall enough to be in line with it, using your help, because I'm assuming you've just kind of like picked him up, put him on your shoulders, sort of thing, and then waddled over to try and push him up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of just shove him. I don't know. Yeah, basically just kind of shove him where Siva is, because I can't really reach further than that. So.
All right then.
But I don't know if maybe Siva can.
Make me an acrobatics check with advantage, please. Or an athletics, whichever you prefer.
With advantage, definitely acrobatics. Definitely.
Alright.
15.
That's with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, unfortunately, as you're trying to kind of like pull yourself up, you don't quite have the upper body strength needed to fully pull yourself up. You're able to hang there. You think you'll probably be able to hang there maybe for 6 seconds roundabout. You definitely wouldn't be able to hang there for too long.
I'm sorry. I know we've only just met, but I must tell you, I never learned how to do a pull-up.
I mean, I don't have anything else to do with my turn. That's my action, my movement.
Alright then.
So, I don't really understand how this is working though, because if it's 10 foot and I'm 6.5 and he's on my shoulders,
Yeah, I was
like what's he hanging off of?
incorporating his height into it as well.
You're
So
less than 3 foot?
I'm 4'7".
Okay. Cool. All right. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So you're hanging off of the edge slash standing on me. I don't know, but yeah, whatever. That'll be my turn.
Alright.
And I'm assuming that my echo disappears because obviously it doesn't have a lava charm.
Yeah, that'd burn up pretty quick.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Alright, done. Back to you. Right, yeah, yeah.
Can I use my action to try and finish holding myself back up?
Yep. Roll me an athletics or an acrobatics check, please.
No advantage.
Yeah, advantage, yeah. 18 is enough. Seems you didn't need the
Okay, do I
advantage.
need to roll again?
Okay. Yeah. This
Pull
time
up
you kind
and try and get past the others so I'm not in the way.
you're able to get some, I guess, get your footing on something, and you're able to push and pull yourself up onto the surface, and you kind of carefully shimmy past people to be in a spot that isn't going to inconvenience everyone. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'd like to reach my hand down to see if Rose over here or Revis needs to take it if they're tall enough, which I know they're not, but just try and reach my hand down, see if there is a way I can try and pull them up if they get closer.
Alright. Is that everything then?
Yes, I'm afraid so, yeah.
Alright, right, it's now your turn.
So I'm assuming after my turn now, then my lava charm wouldn't be any use.
Until your next turn. So, it's, you'll take damage on your next turn if you're still in the lava.
Okay. So is this point here the highest point?
That is the highest point, but it seems very crowded at the minute.
Okay. Between these two rocks, then which one of them is bigger or taller?
This one is about 8 feet, and this one is only about 6 feet.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna climb up onto this rock, the taller one.
Alright then. Could you just roll me a quick acrobatics check, please?
To climb?
You have the climbing picks, never mind. You have a climbing speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to definitely climb up on top of them, and you're up out of the lava. You notice that your clothes seem to be completely untouched. You couldn't even feel the heat from the lava until after you got out of the lava, and now that you are out of the lava, you can feel the heat, albeit not as much as the others because you're kind of used to the heat, being a tiefling and all.
Yep.
But you could definitely feel it.
Um. Yes, I'll just call out and say, keep turning that valve. It's got to do something for the door. Keep turning it. And yeah, it's only all I can do, so.
Alright. Warren, it's your turn.
Well, from where I am, it appears everyone is of immediate danger. Except maybe Revis.
I'm not in danger. I create danger.
Pronouns they /us.
Well,
Alright.
I'm gonna really wang doodle the valve again.
You're going to turn the valve again? Alright. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Alright. As you turn the valve and it clinks, the lava doesn't rise anymore, but you do hear kind of a deep rumbling sound as some mechanism within the walls starts to shift. Alright. Anything else on?
Can I do it again?
No, that costs your action to turn it.
Alright then. No, I think I'm good.
Alright then. Stuart Little. It's your turn.
Stuart Little.
Yeah. I read your name as Stuart for a second there. I don't know why.
Just like turn the valve again.
Alright. Very nice. As you're turning it, just after Warren has, and it clinks into the next spot. Odds or evens?
Go on.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. This time, as it clicks, you don't hear the rumbling inside the walls continue. Instead, you hear a slight hiss as the lava beneath you starts to rise even faster. And by now, it's gotten up to about Revis's waist. Anything else to it? Just damn it. Sivat.
Not much else I can do, is there? I think that's all I can do.
Alright then. Right, Revis, this was the end of your lava charm. Could you please make me a... You might just be able to make that a dexterity saving throw, please.
$17.
Very nice. Yeah, a 17. As this lava...
It's really useful having advantage. It's
Yeah.
so useful having advantage. I need it.
As this lava starts rising up, you're able to kind of grip onto this ladder next to you and pull yourself up out of the lava. And lucky you did, because just as your foot left the lava, it singes a tiny bit of your foot. But you're unscathed at the minute.
Cool. Fair enough. Well, then I'm gonna clamber myself up onto the platform.
Alright.
And I will turn this valve thing.
Okay. As you kind of push your way up onto this platform, there's definitely not a lot of room left. But you can just about squeeze there. Odds or evens?
Even.
Very nice. As you grip hold of this valve and clunk it once more, you hear rumbling inside the wall continue as this door now seems to shake a bit and the lava seems to slow down by quite a bit. Anything else? Where'd the turn order go? Is that everything? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, I'm not really seeing anything else happening, so yeah, that's it.
Alright then. Thurn. It is now your turn. You see Rose is on a boulder out there. Everybody else is kind of crammed on top of this pillar. Everybody desperately holding onto this valve, trying not to fall, I suspect. What would you like to do?
I think what I can do. I can't think of anything useful right now. Not that I'm good with everything I can do, but I can't think of anything. I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
You can turn the valve. That's what
Oh,
the
yeah.
rest of us are all doing.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I will turn the valve.
Alright. Yeah, you grip hold of the valve and you chunk it once more. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Alright. As it clunks in this last time, it suddenly sinks down into the floor slightly, and around you the lava very quickly recedes away, and the room cools down once more. As soon as the lava has receded, the door cracks open and slides to the side, revealing an entrance into the next part of the cave.
I'm gonna hop down from my boulder and go towards the door. Great job, guys.
Do you all wish to door?
Good to see no one panics.
Do you all wish to door?
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down and wander over to Rose.
I'm gonna follow him down, checking they're both alright.
I'll just follow the back.
Of course.
Okay. Looking through this door that's now opened, you see a big, expansive cave system, and beneath you is some stairs that lead down to a large river of lava, and out onto the river of lava is a dock, and waiting there is a sailing ship that seems to be what's the word? Unaffected.
Unscathed?
Unscathed, unaffected, one or the other, by the lava. And Sorry about this, but I think I'm going to have to end the session there. I am utterly exhausted. I've you can probably tell.
Fair. Honestly, awesome session and a great place to leave it on a cliffhanger. Are we gonna board that boat? Trust it across the lava.
Maybe we should give Ziddy's lava charm to one of you two.
Yeah, you never know, but that'll be a mystery for next week, whether we get to become lava proof or not.
Joke's on you.
You
I've
can
already
rock,
given it
paper,
to Bob.
scissors for it.
I think it takes 8 hours to attune though, because it's a thingy one that needs attunement, isn't it?
Anyone want a nap
No.
before we board the ship?
Why am I thinking that to attune to the lava charm we had to set ourselves on fire?
Because you do.
You do.
We did.
Huh. Okay.
So that might be why.
Yeah.
Anyone got some citizen steel?
Yeah, I've got a torch.
That's useful.
I have Firebolt.
Yeah, fair. Use it. I can heal myself. I have no fire spells anymore.
I have a torch.
Fireball.
I mean, if you like pick me or something, then I can hellish rebuke you.
Could you?
I cast Tinderbox on some lint.
Does that count as self-immolation though if someone else sets you on fire?
I mean, well, you did it on purpose, knowing that would be the result, so I guess.
I'd rather sink a pinky into the lava and,
Loose a pinky.
yeah.
Fair enough.
You shoot me with your spells. You're strangers. I've only just met you. And I'm gonna let you shoot me with some strange magic or other?
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, it's just magic. It's not like I'm casting wish.
You did say you're a healer, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, unless, I don't know, a swarm of meteorites suddenly fall down from the ceiling and crush me.
Why have you cast testicular torch? Squire, inspect those balls.
Oh, I thought it was like the Jedi choke, but the really dark side.
Oh.
Do you want to have your neck choked or your bollocks?
Either way, we're having a good time.
I'll take your neck, please.
Bahama Tiki! I cast inverted peepee.
Like you to do.